and submit the mandatory forms required. Guidelines for exhibitors and display companies, fire regulations for exhibitors, fire safety reply, this is mandatory, emergency procedures, guidelines for securing your exhibit, rigging overhead work policy, unapproved, approved electrical equipment, also mandatory if you have electrical equipment in your booth. Following are requirements for exhibitors to comply with during the design, construction, and teardown phases of their booths here at the MTCC. These requirements follow the Ontario Building Code, Ontario Fire Code, Occupational Health and Safety Act, and regulations. Booth requirements. All construction materials shall comply with the Ontario Building Code. Ensure to use approved materials, processes, or equipment, and to obtain approval where required. Include safeguards to be used to protect the hazard. Examples, natural gas-fired equipment, cooking appliances, etc. A safe means of egress shall be provided within a booth as required by the Ontario Fire Code and Ontario Building Code. 2 means of exit are required where the intended occupant load of the floor area exceeds 60 persons and/or the floor area exceeds 2,000 square feet. Open-top exhibition booths and platforms not exceeding 400 square feet are acceptable. Booths beyond these will require approval from the MTCC. Fire protection requirements within a booth depend on the size of the booth and if it is single-level roofed booth or double-deck booth. Storage of crates. Storage of crates can be arranged with your decorator. Carpet area in the venue. There are various areas in the venue that are carpeted. Should exhibitors be laying their own booth carpet down over any existing carpet in the venue, you are required to protect it before booth carpet is installed. For example, with a protective sheet of visqueen. The Ministry of Labor declared that during move-in and move-out, the exhibit levels are considered construction sites. Therefore, all workers must wear protective footwear according to the Occupational Health and Safety Act. Exhibitors, service providers, and show management personnel working on the show floor during move-in and move-out periods must wear approved personal protective equipment, or PPE, such as CSA-approved safety shoes, high-visibility vests, and hard hats when working under overhead work or rigging. Professional contractors are usually aware of these requirements, and their staff will always wear the PPE while on the show floor. However, it is important to remind everyone involved of this rule and plan accordingly. If your sales representatives will be checking on the booth while move-in is still in progress, they also need to wear safety shoes and vests. The show floor gets very busy with traffic and injuries can happen easily. The fire safety reply form must be completed and submitted by each exhibitor. If a fire and safety compliance officer has any questions, they will contact you directly. This form is available in the exhibitor package online and in the MedTech exhibitor manual. Fire regulations for exhibitors. Ladder safety. Use the appropriate ladder for the task and ladder user. Ensure personnel working at heights comply with the local fall arrest and fall protected legislative requirements. Fall protection equipment must be worn when working over 3 meters or 10 feet. Raised flooring. Low-rise platform flooring is allowed for covering utility lines, such as wiring, cabling, and piping. Raised floors are limited to a maximum height of 6 inches or 15 centimeters. If people will be standing on raised areas, they must be non-hazardous and wheelchair accessible. Electrical equipment and connections. All electrical equipment in, on, or about the booth must comply with the Ontario Electrical Safety Code. Electrical equipment is considered approved if it bears the certification mark or field approval label of an organization that has been accredited by the Standards Council of Canada to approve electrical equipment. Guidelines for securing your exhibit. In an effort to assist exhibitors in prevention of asset loss, The MTCC offers some useful guidelines that can be applied during any event. Do not leave your booth unattended during setup and teardown periods. Make arrangements in advance with the event security contractor. Should you witness any suspicious behavior or asset loss, please contact Event Security or MTCC Security. Rigging Overhead Work Policy. Rigging is an exclusive service provided by Showtech Power and Lighting. Ensure the area below overhead work is clear of people. Detailed production schedules are essential for safety and efficiency. Unapproved electrical equipment can only be displayed, not energized, with permission from the Electrical Safety Authority. The permission to show form is available in our exhibitor package online and the MedTech exhibitor manual. Move in and move out. For those of you that require the use of our loading docks, please refer to the self-loading docks map for access. All personnel must wear PPE during move in and move out. Exhibitor Recycling Program.